Hi, this is Elizabeth Moffitt from Hagen's Cardiopulmonary Rehab here at James B. Hagen Hospital. Today I'm going to be going over energy conservation. Now, this is so important for people who have lung disease or problems breathing, because if you know how to better conserve your energy, you're going to be able to do more with getting less fatigued and tired, okay? So to start with, you want to make sure that you're always using the proper breathing techniques that I've taught you already. You're going to be inhaling through your nose slowly. Now, the reason you want to inhale through your nose specifically is because your lungs prefer that method. Now, what I mean by that is that when you breathe in through your nose, your nasal passage acts as a filter. So anything that maybe if you breathed in through your mouth, any kind of particles that are in the air, those could potentially get in your lungs, causing a little bit of a reaction. So when you do it through your nose, the theory is that your nasal passage will actually block certain particles from getting down into your lungs. Also, what it does is it warms and moisturizes the air that you're breathing in. So your lungs like that. They like the warm air rather than the cold air, which a lot of you know if you happen to be someone that is particularly affected by cold air. So breathing in through your nose is very, very important. The other important part is to breathe out slowly through pursed lips. You want to make sure that you're giving your lungs enough time to do their job, which is to exchange gases with your blood. So when you're breathing in, your body is actually taking in oxygen, okay? So it's taking it in from the air, and then it's taking carbon dioxide out of your blood, and when you breathe out, you're going to breathe out that carbon dioxide. So you want to breathe out slowly so that you have plenty of time for that gas exchange. If carbon dioxide begins to build up in your blood, it can be quite dangerous. So this is one way to help with that, is breathing out slowly, twice as long as what you breathe in, through pursed lips, okay? So the diaphragmatic breathing in through your nose and then the pursed-lipped breathing out through your mouth, you do need to be practicing these 2 to 3 times a day. Now, so when you're doing your energy conservation techniques, you always want to breathe like that as well, okay? So a couple of pointers for the energy conservation. For one, a lot of people struggle with the fact that they can't do what they used to be able to do. And the problem is that you feel like you should be able to do more and you just can't. But I'm here to tell you that you can still do what you used to do. You just might not be able to do it as quickly, okay? So the point is that you want to pace yourself. I would suggest maybe on Sunday evening, making a list of the certain things that you absolutely have to get done that week, and then put in some stuff that if you feel up to it, that you would like to do that week. Now, most people will have a particular time of the day when they breathe better than other times of the day. So if you fall in that scenario, then you want to do the things that are most important that you get done. You want to do those during that time frame. So if you feel better at between like 11 a.m. and 1, that's when you want to get the bulk of your stuff done if you can. Also, you want to make sure that you're pacing yourself. So what I mean by that is you want to do everything you can to not be rushed. So try to plan out your day and follow a schedule. You always want to allow time for yourself to rest in between things that you're doing, okay? It's not always the best thing to just push through not being able to breathe very well to get something done. It's always better to take the time that you need to rest and then go back into the task. Another thing is that you always want to, if you're up moving around, you want to walk slowly. Also, when you have the opportunity to sit, you want to do that as well. So even if you're doing dishes by hand, you can pull a chair up to the sink and sit while you do that. And that's with anything else that you're going to do. Like, for instance, laundry. I always recommend getting the clothes next to you. You can sit down on a couch possibly. And then doing folding, putting it on hangers, doing that with everything next to you. It's also more difficult on you if you're going to be reaching up to grab things or bending down to grab things. Both of those take extra energy to do, so I recommend you could use a tool of some kind, like a grabber or a reacher that has the little claw on it to get stuff that's too high or too low. You could also use a shoe horn, and then you know, when you're bathing, you could use a sponge that has a handle on it, and that way that'll help conserve energy while you're bathing also. Now, on the bathing part, one thing that you can do is invest in a robe. You wouldn't believe the amount of energy that you use just drying off after a shower or a bath. So if you get a robe, a nice absorbent robe, you can put it on when you get out and just let it absorb the water, and don't even worry about drying your whole body off after you've already exerted yourself in the shower. A lot of times you just don't have the energy to do that. Now, another thing is that when you're cooking, you can prepare extra food so that you don't have to cook 3 meals a day. So anytime that you can do that, I always recommend doing that. Another thing that you can do is that if you don't live by yourself, you share your household with somebody. You can also share the household responsibilities with somebody. Now, I know this is particularly hard for some women that are homemakers, but it's just the smartest way to do things. If there's an able-bodied person in that house with you, just explain to them that you need help, and then hopefully they can start taking over some of the household responsibilities that maybe used to be all yours. And there's no reason to feel bad or ashamed about that. You have every right to ask to do that, because this is all about your health and you being able to have the energy to do things that you want to do, okay? So you need to remember, if you're new to all of this, your body may be deconditioned. So you need to remember to always pace yourself. That being said, if you're having a great day, you can challenge yourself. Maybe throw in something extra that you haven't been able to do in a while. That's always something that I recommend. But if you're just not feeling it, if you're having a bad day, please take the time to take care of yourself that day. Try to get some stuff done, of course, but do it slowly, taking breaks. Hopefully this helps. I'm also going to type everything up and put it on my Facebook page. So you can look at Hagen's Cardiopulmonary Rehab, and I'm going to list all of this stuff out, and that way it's in front of you and you don't have to worry about rewatching this video 1,000 times to get all of the pointers. Now, the next video that I do, I'm going to be going over breathing retraining exercises. So what this will be is exercises that are going to retrain you how to breathe, as well as increase the strength in the muscles that you need to breathe. So until then, you all have a good day.